If you've ever scrolled through a chunk of code and felt lost in the clutter, you'll understand why these PEP 8 rules exist. Hey, I'm Skylar Fines, and in this module, we're diving into the core rules of PEP 8. These are the basic essential guidelines that will keep your code looking clean and professional. From indentation to organizing imports, these standards help us create code that is not only functional, but easy to maintain. So let's start with indentation. One of the simplest yet most important rules in PEP 8. Python requires indentation to structure code, and the standard is to use 4 spaces per indentation level, no tabs. Using 4 spaces instead of tabs keeps code consistent across different platforms and editors. In VS Code, you can enable this by going to File, Preferences, and Settings, and checking Insert Spaces. Next, let's talk about length. Keeping lines to 79 characters or fewer helps make code more readable, especially when working side by side with others. VS Code can help here too. You can add a visual ruler at 79 characters by going to your settings and adding editor rulers. It's a simple trick that helps us stay within the limit. Now, blank lines. They're an easy way to separate code sections for clarity. For instance, using 2 blank lines for top-level functions and classes, and 1 blank line between methods within a class. We'll see more of this when we learn more about classes. Adding blank lines helps to visually organize code. It's like paragraph breaks in writing, giving the reader a chance to pause and process. Finally, let's talk about imports. PEP 8 recommends placing imports at the top of the file and organizing them in a specific order. First, standard library imports. These are your native Python modules like OS, Math, and Datetime. Then third-party packages. These are Python modules that are not native to Python, and they're not included in the current project that you're working on. And finally, local imports. These are the modules that are specifically made for your current project, like our core and launch modules. To keep things clear, arrange your imports in alphabetical order within each group, and avoid wildcard imports like this. This makes it unclear which specific functions, classes, and variables your code is relying on from that module. It's the same as your partner telling you they bought snacks without telling you what snacks they bought. VS Code's iSort extension can handle this automatically, keeping your imports organized. In this module, we covered some core PEP 8 rules. Consistent indentation, keeping the links manageable, using blank lines to separate sections, and organizing imports. These may seem like small details, but they really make a huge difference in keeping your code readable and professional. Up next, we'll look at naming conventions and whitespace usage. I'll see you there.